Hi guys, it's Rachel. So today I have an awesome hair video for you. This is the finished look. So it's a really pretty, perfect for Valentine's Day hairdo. Created using a curling iron. This is a 2-inch Hot Tools curling iron, so kind of a bigger, sexy wave. So if you want to get this look, stay tuned and learn how. Bye. And I'm just gonna show you guys how to get a soft, easy wave using a large barrel curling iron. So the one I'm using is the Hot Tools. It's called the Big Bumper and it's a 2-inch barrel. So that's what I'm gonna be using. The other things you're gonna need to create this look are some hair, these are to divide your hairs, so hair clips. And these two things are kind of optional, but recommended, I guess. This is a dry shampoo. This is my favorite one. It's the Orbe Dry Texturizing Spray. You could use the Tresemme one as well, which is one of my favorites. This one's a little bit more pricey, but it's a great, great product. And also a hairspray. This one is the Renee Ferderer, so any hairspray will do. And lastly, a brush. Always good to have when you're working with hair. So I'm just gonna start by taking down my hair. I have already preheated the Hot Tool Styler, and I put it on extra hot on the highest setting. It has a turn dial so you can set the temperature. And I've set it to the hottest just because I have really thick hair, so I usually need to set my heat tools to the hottest setting. And I've already sprayed my hair with the Tresemme Heat Protectant Spray. I used that this morning. So anyway, right now I'm obviously just brushing out my hair, which is good to start working with it. Okay. So obviously now all the tangles are out. And my hair is slightly waved right now. I'm gonna put this down a little bit so you can see more of the hair. So my hair is slightly waved right now, but I'm just gonna, it's more touching it up right now. So I'm gonna use, that's why I'm gonna use the Hot Tool Styler, but you can get the same look no matter how you start with your hair. So I'm gonna start by sectioning it. So I'm gonna take the top section, go right under my ears, and around the back of the crown of the hair. Whoop. And get all that top section divided out. So then I'm going, so you can see in the back, so I'm going to just tie it up and use one of these hair clips. These are just from Target, but I like them because they're really big and wide. So just put that up. So I'm going to start with the bottom section of the hair down here. Okay. So then I'm gonna take my Hot Tool Styler, and what I'm gonna do is use pretty large chunks of hair. Because it is a bigger barrel, it can hold more hair, and we're just going for a very slightly waved look, almost kind of like a blowout, so we're just gonna use a big chunk of hair. So as you can see, this is probably almost 2 inches, which is the size of the barrel. So I'm gonna take my barrel, and as I told you, it's set to the hottest setting, and clamp my hair down, pull just to the end, and you don't want to pull too far or all the hair is going to fall out, especially if you have layered hair like I do. And then you're going to twist it. And as you can see, I'm twisting it away from the face. What's nice about these Hot Tools irons is that they have a twist, I don't know, they allow you to twist on the bottom without getting the wires all crossed up, which is great. So I'm going to hold it there, just like that, and you can kind of just hold it for about 10 seconds, depending on, you know, how fine your hair is. My hair is pretty thick, so it needs to stay in a little bit longer. If you have fine hair, you're gonna wanna use it less, because it's gonna take less effort to curl it, and it's obviously gonna get damaged quicker. So pull that out. And as you can see, we're just getting a very big wave. See that? So that's what we're going for. We're not going for, you know, the look that I do pretty often with the straightening iron has a little bit of a tighter curl, and this is a big curl, but I think it looks really nice. I did just recently cut my hair, so it's a little bit shorter, and I like the kind of bigger waves with this, this length of hair. I just think it looks really nice. So obviously, it's pretty simple. We're just turning the hair away from the face, as I said, and clamping it in. So that is how that works. So pull it through. I'm gonna do this last, okay, so you can see how big the curl is, but it still makes a really beautiful curl. I still think it's really nice wave that you're gonna get from this look. Okay, do this section. Okay. And I do highly recommend the Hot Tools irons. They're great because they're not that expensive. I think this one was probably around the $30 mark. Obviously, it depends on where you buy it. So it's gonna be a little bit more than like a drugstore Revlon hair curler or a curling iron, but it's gonna be less than, you know, the high-end hairstylers that are gonna be more like $100. So I think it's a good median price that works to spend on a hair product like this. I'm gonna let go. And obviously if you're using a smaller barrel, you're gonna get a much tighter curl, but I'm going for this sort of big wave kind of look. Let's see, it's a little bit too high up. So you can see the wave. All right, now I'm gonna keep going, but I'm gonna speed it up. Okay, so you see I did the other section of my hair, and I did it in big pieces, and I hope that you could tell that I'm definitely making sure that the iron is going away from the face. So what I'm going to do is, for the top section, I'm going to show you this half of the hair because you only saw this half, to make sure that you guys are seeing how to curl away from your face on this side. It seems to me to be a little bit more difficult, you know, that to go away from the face on this side, which is my right side because I part on the left, but obviously you can part however you want, but you just want to make sure that your iron is going away from the face. So I'm just gonna take a ponytail holder and like kind of tie this side like a little ponytail, which looks funny, obviously, but so, and I also like to section off the front pieces, kind of. I mean, I don't really have bangs, but these pieces are a lot shorter, and I like to do something a little bit different, so you'll see that at the end of the video. But I just want to show you a strand of the left side, so you see how you achieve the look. So, take a section of the hair, and on the top, I like to make the sections a little bit thinner. This one's maybe 1.5 inches instead of 2 inches. Because I like the waves on top to be a little bit tighter and then the ones on the bottom to be a little bit looser. So I'm actually gonna hold the iron for a little bit longer. So as you can see, you put the front of the iron out when you're doing this side, pull it through, and then you twist away from the hair. Like this. So as I said, I like to do the top for a little bit longer and tighter. It really shows off your layers that way because the bottom pieces look a lot longer and then the top pieces look a little bit shorter because they're curled tighter. But that's obviously a personal preference, but that's the way I'm gonna show you guys. That's how I do it. So obviously I'm gonna hold this piece a little bit longer. Start pulling it out. You want to make sure to let it out really loosely so that the wave stays put like that. So there you can see a wave on this side. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of this side and speed it up so you don't have to sit there forever. Okay. section, that's the biggest section, the top right. That's where most of my hair is. So as you can see, while I was doing the video, I was clipping up some of the hair I had already finished. That helps kind of prevent frizz because you're making sure to get only the areas you haven't done and that kind of stuff, and not to get everything kind of attached to each other. So anyway, you can see that section now. So now I'm gonna show you guys how to do this top front section, kind of the bangs. And this is obviously gonna be different if you have, you know, real bangs. Obviously I have pretty grown out bangs. But I just like to keep the pieces a little bit tighter, but not too close to the top of the head, because that can look a little like, I don't know, Susie Q, I guess. So I only do them about halfway, maybe 3/4, can't really tell. So just about so. I only do them about halfway, maybe 3/4, can't really tell. So just about like that, and I keep them in pretty solid amount because you want these to retain the curl. Because this look you can wear for a couple of days if you spray it correctly. At least for me, my hair holds curl pretty well. So once I do it, I want at least the front sections to stay curled so I don't have to redo them. So that's that one. So you can see it just frames the face really nicely when you just do half. And you keep kind of this part a little bit straighter. Do the other two pieces. This one wanted to run away. So you can just give that a little. And that happens sometimes with curling irons. Let's put that in for a sec. And just kind of blend it with the rest. There we go. So I think that makes for a good top piece. So it's kind of coming up right around the cheekbone, which kind of highlights the face, I think. Okay, so now I'm gonna do this section in fast motion, and then I'll show you the final look. Okay, so I finished all the parts. Now I'm gonna let all the hair down. Some of it's all up in different ways. Ponytail in the back. Okay. So let's see the look. All right, so here are the waves. Now I'm just going to brush them out a little bit. Actually, first we're gonna spray them and then we'll brush them. So like I said, I'm using the Renee Ferterer hairspray, but really any hairspray will do. So we're gonna let them sit for a second before we brush. Sneeze. Excuse me. All right. And then after we brush them out, we're gonna use a little bit of the dry shampoo. So let's brush them out just a little bit to give them a more natural look. Just kind of shake them out, brush them. Okay, and for the last step, I'm gonna use a little bit of dry shampoo, like I said, and this is just gonna add a little bit of volume to the roots. So I'm using the Oribe Dry Texturizing Spray, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit right kind of underneath the top. Add a little bit of volume so that the style will last and not go flat. This is especially good if you have a little bit of longer hair because the curls are gonna kind of weigh it down a little bit. So you wanna get a little bit of volume towards the top, towards the roots. Plus it's good if your hair is a little bit greasy, which mine is. So, and then you just kind of rub it in, and that kind of activates the texture and that's when you're really gonna see the results of the root lifting when you rub it in a little bit. But it's always good to do it a little, I don't like to do it right on the roots because it leaves a little bit of white residue. And if you get right underneath that, you can really see a difference in the lift of the hair. So that's the finished look. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video.